to thee, nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee, and God will be your God that rises me. Still all my song shall be, nearer, my God, to thee, nearer, my God, to thee. A-shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo, a-shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo, praise His holy name. A-shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo, 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 praise His holy name.
Far down the docks, some old abandoned granary, smashed windows, rotting boards covered in green slime. It came on the twilight, a song. The first few notes came down the River Thames.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
I turned and walked towards it. I pushed open the door. It creaked and scraped. No one moved. No one turned in a tiny throng of people lost in darkness. A few children, some old men, one or two women, all hunched. A congregation, and a woman singing this song from all her broken heart.
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed.
Some words these slaves had found, these bondmen and women had heard in their master's church. Some wonderful pure words which floated in on the wind into this freezing shack of the bank of the river. But what were they singing of? But grace. What were they longing for but grace? Recovery of the lost, sight to the blind, a salvation song.
Through many dangers, toils and snares, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home.
I sat there in my fine jacket, in my silk shirt and tailor breeches. I sat there weeping and weeping. I clung to this family in front of me. They said nothing. They just looked at me with such pity. A young girl looked at me with infinite compassion. I swear I saw the light of God in those pure eyes. I could not utter a word. All I knew was that I had to meet the great soul who had penned these words. I got up and walked out into the night. And I found the first vessel that was heading for the cold waters of the north. I wanted the longest journey I could find, far from everyone and every place. I did not see London for 2 years. Walking on the deck one night, under the canopy of heaven, I saw every star. I saw each light as if they had been burned into the vault by the finger of God. It was then that I found my soul's freedom. I saw my breath hang in the freezing cold as if my spirit had left my body. I was alone on deck, and I never felt one instant of cold. I felt nothing except a mounting joy, a certainty. By dawn, The wind was howling and there was snow, like the snow in Falmouth, only this time it was a raging blizzard. The snowmaker had hurled his wrath at the earth and he was doing his work. But I was happy. I was elated at every blast. Men ran to and fro, pulling ropes, rapping sails, calling to me, but I was transfixed. I was in heaven. All around the world was a fury of love and justice. There it was, there in the elements, there beyond men, beyond women, beyond the treacherous hearts and sinful souls of all the tribes of the earth. There was purity. There was the snow. Peace. I knelt down and opened my heart. I knelt down and prayed to God, to Jesus. I gave him my heart. I gave him my soul. I gave him the very breath of me. I prayed for forgiveness. I prayed impossible prayers. I prayed for an end to my hatred. On that day, I was baptized by the high priest. I was baptized alone under heaven. Olaudah, Equiano. I was baptized by the snow. And Gustavus Vasa, the former slave, was consigned to the dark and lifeless deep.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. It was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear. The hour